For starters, as we get ready for this beer, little pronunciation lesson. Because often when it comes to beers from like Ireland or the UK, what it says on the label isn't necessarily how you should say it. This is not Smithwicks. It's Smithwicks. And this is Smithwick's Irish Red Ale. When it comes to good Irish Red Ale, these beers, they don't get enough love, I think. Do you?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there are a whole lot of breweries that are making...
Yeah. There's a few.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's one of those styles that gets interpreted in a way that I'm not always fond of. Like you have the Northwest Red Ale, which is basically a red IPA.
Yeah.
But, a good Irish style, proper like Irish style red ale, it's more about the malt. It's about toast and caramel and these other flavors that come through from the malt side of things. Then you have that brilliant red color. It's not really the hops where this is supposed to stand out.
So when was the first time you had one of these?
I was trying to remember that, and I don't remember.
You had too many.
Probably. I think it was Edinburgh, so that would have been, 99, 2000, somewhere in there. It's probably Edinburgh, and followed by many in Ireland.
Yeah, well, that seems like a good place to have your first.
It really was. Well, and this beer, it's one of those where the history is a little funky. It sounds like this beer was first done like 300 years ago, but it's a little, who knows, in some ways. And it was originally brewed in Kilkenny, Ireland, and nowadays it's brewed in Dublin, just like Guinness, but still got its thing.
Well, I remember where I had my first.
Where did you have your first one?
In Charlie's Pub in Flagstaff, Arizona. Yeah, they always had it, well, not always, but sometimes they had it on tap.
Oh,
so
okay.
When they had it on tap, it was like special. You gotta get it.
Partake. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we need to introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jodie St. Clair, Master Crafter. Okay.
So, before we get to that, so what Irish Red Ales have you had? What do you like? Can you let us know in the comments below? We would love to get your recommendations. These beer reviews are also brought to us by my patrons on Patreon. They help make this possible. Jodie gets to pour her own beer this time. So we got two 12-ouncers. The beer mugs felt like a good choice for this one. See, it's all about the color. The color, from what I gather, comes a lot from just a little bit of roasted barley. Not a lot. Like if you were brewing a 5-gallon, 19-liter homebrew scale batch, just a few ounces is what you need. That color, there's nothing like that color. It's so pretty. Deep
I don't
red.
feel like it's coming through as very well.
Well,
on
it's
camera,
yeah, on camera it doesn't come through as well.
Oh, you can see a little bit.
Clink. Cheers.
That is so good.
Yes.
I feel like we say that every video because we're picking the ones that we like, but
perk of the job, man. The Smithwicks wasn't the first one I had. The Beamish Irish Red, I think, was my very first Irish Red Ale. And there was a friend of mine in Edinburgh. We were down the pub one night and trying to, educate my poor American palate. Since at the time, this is way before the craft beer boom that we were enjoying so much. So he got me the pint of Beamish Irish Red, and I was pretty floored from the start. I mean, the color, the flavor, it had so much more going on than what I was familiar with in most beer at that point. So many years ago. and now it's one of those styles that I love coming back to. And it's all about that malt. It's that caramel goodness coming through, a little bit toasty quality on there. And it's just, this is one of those every person beers that the Irish Red Ale is truly a beer for anyone. It should just be in every fridge.
I think it should be in our fridge more often.
Yes, it should. So, there you are in Charlie's, tossing back a couple. What did you like about this beer?
I have always liked beers that were a good balance of malty and with a nice hop finish, but not too much hop finish. And I think that this one is very well balanced. And it's not as heavy as like a stout.
Yeah. My
go-tos tend to be stout or porter.
Yeah, we want something a little lighter. This definitely is up there. And it's like 4.5%. So it's almost like, like a mild in terms of the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
I don't think I was paying attention to that. But I thought it was tasty.
Exactly.
It is tasty.
It is very tasty. We say, of course, there's not a ton of love. I mean, there's some love. There's some love for the Irish Red. So if you are looking around, if you can't find the Smithwicks, it's basically put out by Diageo, the same like global conglomerate that does Guinness and lots of other beers. But if you cannot find that one, the Beamish that I mentioned, Beamish Red or Beamish Irish Red, that is a stellar beer. And that's not just the nostalgia talking. Caffrey's Irish Ale is another great one. Goose Island, Kilgubbin, Murphy's Irish Red.
Mm-hmm.
That could be its own video too.
Mm.
Let us know. We should do Murphy's Irish Red.
Yeah.
Great Lakes Conway's Irish Red, Saranac Irish Red, Harpoon Celtic Ale. Those are all a few other examples you might keep an eye out for. Really, this is an every season, any time, any occasion, any food sort of beer. It just does so much, and it does it all really well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, like we mentioned before, these videos are brought to you by our patrons. And thank you very much for being a patron and supporting all of the creative endeavors that we have. And if you are interested in becoming a patron, you can do so, and you will get these videos when they actually come out instead of later, plus a whole lot of other goodies with Anthony's fiction and his books and short stories. It's a great way to support people who are leading creative lives.
Thanks to my amazing patrons. At the time we're recording this, we also just passed our first big goal on Patreon. So thank you to all of my wanderers. We could not do this without you. And with you, we get a lot more cool stuff to do.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us for this review of Smithwick's Irish Red Ale. I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
I'm Jodie St. Clair, Master Crafter.
MAU, have a great beer in your hands soon. Slàinte!